What is going on? I'm Zedmont. We're going to do all sorts of things today, all sorts of warships, all sorts of non-warships. I know it's not Friday, but we're going to jump on into many things. Anyways, this is my non-instant training, just collect chests tech tree. Now, I have got 210 keys. Collecting at the 2 engine room level because it's nice and easy. Can get 2 engine rooms basically every single time. Don't have mortars, don't have mines, don't have flamethrowers or machine guns because they're over there. So things are pretty darn straightforward. Now, this base is adequate at best. That is not what I would probably like to do. Maybe I should move this over here just to try and slow people down just a touch. But actually maybe we'll move this over into here too, just because people are probably going to go up that anyways. So I'll show you what I've been doing. 2 boats, riflemen, all the rest, rocket choppas, and generally speaking, unless I screw up badly, should be able to get 3 minutes, 31 seconds. We're dropping 1 rifleman there, 1 rifleman over there. Then we're just going to wait until they get to that white line. Then we're going to drop the rest of our troops right about now as we get that flare out. I've got lots and lots of GBE with nothing to use it for. I'm going to throw a couple of those med kits right there. Next up comes that flare, and then we're going to flare over to there. More med kits because why the heck not? You'll notice that your rocket choppas actually slow down a little bit when they come back to the edge of that map. That could go a little bit, that can slow you down a second or so. Bruins or bust, sorry. Actually, I guess Bobby Orr, oh, we got the win anyways. Bobby Orr, yes, but Bruins, tough off-season, tough postseason, picking up the win. Have not been in rank 13 yet, as you can see. Getting to rank 13 without instant training is tough. Don't know. I'm going to try to go right first because I feel like when my rocket choppas come back on the decking, they do a little bit of a slowdown there. So we're going to try to go to the right-hand side first. I probably should have my flares maxed out because I'm making a ton of mistakes there where I end up not doing the right things. We're going to get that flare over to there. We're going to get a bunch of med kits, trying to keep as many of those rifles alive as we possibly can because they're going to be super duper helpful for us as we throw med kits and try to get that final engine room. 331. I told you, 331 all day, every day. Just ignore every single defense. Get your riflemen out front and maybe, just maybe, we got beat. So these things happen, but just collecting those chests, easy intel for the task force. And the fact is, these chests have intel, they've got hero tokens, they've got shards and resources and all sorts of things to help you on that low level journey. So they're decent. I am not using rocket choppas on any other account, so unfortunately you guys got to watch me lose my boss battle. But that's half the fun in itself. Now, if you've been paying attention to the leaderboard, if you look all the way, Skywalker, crushing it, that a guy. You'll notice that everyone is at that 4 engine room level still, which is really quite surprising to me. Lots of players buckling down, getting things like mortars, and so that is what we are going to do right here, right now. I was ready to go into that next engine room level right about there. I've got the tokens available once I get my chests, but seeing very quickly that is not the path people are choosing to go. You can see I've got my Scorchers maxed. The next step right here, right now, is to go get those flares and just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally getting flares is going to be a huge relief. Then we are going to do something like this. Not entirely sure what we're going to do with the rest of those troops, but for the moment, we're going to get our Scorchers unleashed, and having those flares are going to save us a whole bunch of seconds towards the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, getting those Scorchers crushing on forwards. And then we're just going to hang out a little bit. Kavan is going to hang out with us. These Scorchers are going to push all the way forward, bit by stinking little bit. Don't have troop health. That isn't one more thing that is on my list of maybe, just maybe doings. And then we're going to get Kavan. I should have dropped my flag for Kavan further down the ramp towards the bottom of the ramp, but I didn't think that all the way through. And then our Scorchers just coming in hot. Scorchers doing all of the... Oh, Kavan, you dummy. Of course Kavan hit that boom mine like a complete and utter dum-dum. Now we're just waiting. These right here, these Zookas, these riflemen clearing out that bottom engine room, and then we can bring our Scorchers in nice and tight, getting onto that next engine room. This is where having troop health would be so helpful, and as soon as that puppy gets to about 1%, 5% health, we're gonna get our next flare out. Just a reminder, you can flare before that final engine room blows up because it's going to be burning. We're at 2 minutes 42 seconds. Flying, my friends. That is faster than I have been in the last little bit without flares. Of course, that shouldn't be overly surprising. 225, 247 is pretty good. 235, you can see that all of a sudden, getting those flares, making life better. Those of you who watched yesterday's video, you'll notice Gabriel is still in there, not having attacked in over 14 hours. Lots of things going on over here, my friends. Picking up the W, though, simply by getting flares. We've also got 39 unlock tokens. Shock mines down here looking very appealing. That's going to slow people down. We're going to have 30 plus 30. That's going to be 60. And of course, I'm actually going to have enough. That's kind of nice. I thought I was going to be short. Let's keep going. Scorchers with flares. So good. This person knows it's coming though. Look at all of those boom cannons up in our grill. So I guess all we can do is let's just see how this goes. I'm not super duper confident in this one. Feeling the heat, definitely. I don't think that we're gonna, like, there's a lot of boom cannons there. But at the same time, if we lose one of these Scorchers, it's not going to be the worst thing though, because our Scorchers are going to come back with Kevi Kavan. Kevi Kavan is going to bring us back a Scorcher, and I try not to zoom in. I know that watching this gameplay when I'm zooming and moving my troops can be a little bit painful, so thank you for those of you who have been commenting and saying, stop doing that, I hate it. I'm trying here, folks. Just like I try not to hit the flare button 400 different times. Let's go. Actually doing way better than I thought. I'm guessing this person does not have defensive building damage. Kavan is walking straight towards a boom mine. Got a little bit lucky there. Got the GBE to keep going. Come on, dudes. Get those things burning. And we've got this bottom engine room, and then as soon as that bottom engine room goes, we can get our troops onto that final top engine room. Let's get a move on. Kavan's probably going to bring back not a Scorcher. Of course he's going to bring back not a Scorcher as we throw medkits on top as our Zookas wrap around that machine gun. 240 again, getting good grades, and they're only getting better. Arno Charney does not appear to have flares. There we go. There's the flare. Arno Charney bringing Charlie, not Charney. So if you're considering going to 5 engine rooms, I've only talked to one person who's gone to 5 engine rooms and not hearing great things. So maybe, just maybe, don't head there quite yet as we claim that next chest. Let's get over into here. We're 1 key short. Of course we're 1 key short. That should be no surprise to you. Now, I don't think it's worth getting my rocket launchers to tick 4 because Scorchers, rocket launchers, the two of them, like, it's just not a thing. Troop health, definitely on the back of my mind, but those shock mines probably going to be our next step. let's just keep going because I haven't lost yet. I promised non-warship stuff as well. There we go. See, shock mines. I knew it. We knew it was coming. It was on the horizon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we wait. Kavan is going to be, again, super helpful. Kavan, MVP of the season. Supercell has done, I don't know if many of these things are on purpose or by accident, but there's a lot of good stuff happening this season. Scorchers are a great troop for people who don't have instant training because they live basically forever as we get our Zookas out, as we get Kavan out. And again, like I said, make sure you drop Kavan at the bottom of the ramp. That gives you a little bit more time to get those second winds pumping out as those riflemen clear all of those boom mines like the champions that they are. And now let's get some form of med kit out because we know we want to get those riflemen to stay alive. Getting those riflemen to stay alive means they're going to clear the boom mines, means they're going to clear the shock mines, and our Zookas are going to come in behind, and then finally we can get flaring pretty darn soon here. Just need some more oomph from those bottom back sections. Let's go, dudes. Second wind, getting that flare onto that engine room, getting our troops amongst those boom cannons, and then as soon as that thing's health gets pretty low, we're going to get our flare going. I was a little bit late on that flare. Things are not looking very positive here. Need the kamikaze, just absolute last second flare, and that was not it, my friends. They had shock mines. That cost us in the neighborhood of 10 seconds. What did Warhammer do against us? There's that 10 seconds right there, right now. So good game, Warhammer. I should have been a little bit faster there, but shock mines slowing me down in the neighborhood of 10 to 12 seconds. Shock mines on the horizon. We're going to get our Scorchers out nice and wide because we want to clear as many of those boom mines as we can. I probably should be a little bit faster dropping those Scorchers. That probably cost me 1 or 2 seconds just by slowly dropping those things. And then as soon as that stuff, like none of these hits are rocket surgery. You guys can do every single one of these hits. I have zero doubt in my mind at all. Do get your troops rolling though. As soon as Kavan gets to that bottom ramp, you probably want to get that second wind, get some extra troops out, trying not to zoom. And then as soon as we get even halfway close to that flamethrower, we're going to get our next med kit out because flamethrowers and riflemen simply don't mix all that terribly well. Look how many Zookas we've got crushing on that bottom engine room though. And then as that engine room goes down, out comes our next friend, the second wind, getting hopefully a pink Scorcher, the zombie Scorcher, bringing out all sorts of power, all sorts of oomph. Would love to flare half a second earlier, but as you saw there, I had no GBE. Poor timing on my part. Come on, 240. The clock ticked on us, 239. So, shock mines, 10, 11, 12 seconds. Sturgeon, what do you got for us? I told you I was going to lose. 244. Good hit by Sturgeon. Let's see what troops they're using. Should be a little bit faster on my part, definitely. Let's have a look, though. 8 Scorchers, they've got GBE, just not even caring, coming right through. And I should be able to tell you that they've got GBE or that they've got troop health or not, but I'm not clearly paying enough attention. So down goes all of the things. Kavan doing nothing useful. Probably could use Kavan a little bit better there, but who am I to complain? I just got beat. There is what we're after though, jumping down, making these giant jumps down here, getting the shock mines. Shock mines, you know what? Let's just see. What do we got? Our best time against our base, 244, 238. So let's just see if where the next person goes. We're going to throw a shock mine. You know what? Let's just throw our shock mines a little bit willy-nilly, try to hide them a little bit. Flamethrowers are a great way to hide shock mines. We can hide one in this neighborhood. People have not seen a lot of shock mines yet. That's why, typically I don't try to hide these things as much. But the fact is, we've only seen one person with shock mines, so we're going to do our darndest to hide these things for the second. I mean, if you look closely, you'll see them, but people are not looking as closely as they probably should be quite yet. Did I already hide one there? Looks like I did. Let's put one about there. Can you see any of those shock mines? Let's move you down to there. If you squint and zoom out, you can't see any shock mines, right? If we zoom out to there, no shock mines to be seen. Even if we zoom in a little bit, the shock mines are a little bit hidden. Let's get in, just see if that's going to slow people down as much as I think it is, or maybe I just suck against shock mines and I just wasted 60 tokens. We'll find out here pretty darn quick. No shock mines, many Scorchers going north, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then hold the line, my friends. Hold it. I haven't tried more Scorchers. I haven't tried less Scorchers. Talking with a couple in the Brain Trust, specifically the Orion and Mackett Brain Trust, Scorchers with 6 seems to be the answer. We'll find out here in the next couple seconds, though. Now, out comes the second wind. Out comes that medkit we were talking about. That medkit keeping as many of our riflemen as we possibly can alive. We know they're going to hit those mines. They know they're going to be doing stupid things. But Kevy Kavan is going to keep pumping those dudes out. Where they come from, nobody knows. And Zuka's holding the line out front, doing great things. Just need that bottom engine room to fall so that we can get our flare going. Zukas are not targeting in as much as I would like. Come on, Zukas, get your act in gear. You are absolutely killing me here. Throwing that flare out. Second wind will still have some GBE left, and then as that engine room gets to like 90%, throw in that next flare. And if your flare's too early, shouldn't be a big deal because, like I said, it's gonna burn. Shock mines gonna have to save us here because I was slower than usual, 235 instead of 240. Know I can be faster, just making silly mistakes. And of course, our shock mines, I was going to say didn't do anything, but you'll notice that all of these shock mines back here have been popped. Many of our shock mines were popped there, and they ended up with 2 minutes, 23 seconds. 3 wins, 2 losses on the video, I do believe. Let's see what they're doing here. So, hitting the shock mines in a hurry, which is going to get their rocket choppas ahead of their riflemen, maybe? Probably not, though. Didn't do a heck of a lot for us. Sure, slowed them down a little bit. Maybe that boom cannon got a rocket choppa, but overall, just not helpful on that instance. But against those Scorcher players, those shock mines will be fantastic. I gotta pull the plug there, I think. I was gonna try and do War Factory, but just don't have the time. For max levels, let's see what War Factory even looks like. Where are the shield gens? Oh, only 1 shield gen. So max levels, you could probably just bard out that. You know what? Let's just do this. I'm going to bring Zuka's. I don't recognize that layout at all. Is that a new War Factory layout? I don't think so. It looks like there just happens to be 1 random shield gen. I think this is a new layout for War Factory. We're literally just going to drop all of our GBE right there. Down goes that shield gen. Eventually, down goes the shield gen. We're going to clear some critters there. Now we're ready to solo this. Do you call that a solo? I don't. So you see people calling very weird things a solo on Discord. They're like, I soloed War Factory, only 1 troop attack. Well, that's not really a solo now, is it? So we're going to get all of our dudes right into there. You have seen this layout without shield gens like 1,000 times. With shield gens is very weird. I'm calling this a brand new War Factory for the first time in like 5 years. I could be wrong, but we're going to throw smoke. You'll understand that smoke in a second. We're going to throw some critters in it for that back rocket launcher so we don't have to worry about it too much. And then we're going to have to do a couple, 1, 2, 3, and then medkits. We're going to get absolutely crushed. That shock launcher going ham on our faces. And that's where knowing your GBE numbers is super, super important. I had 53 GBE. 4 shocks, I'm almost certain, is 54 GBE. So that's why I threw those critters and threw that med kit, because I knew I was in trouble. I knew I could not shock that shock launcher, but those critters popped first. Zuka's had enough health. War Factory Solo with an asterisk, maybe? I hate that word. Asterisk. Some words I just can't say because I read books and don't say things out loud, and it gets awkward and confusing. That's going to be it for me, though. I am Zedmot in your creator boost, and of course your hearts. Throwing it in both spots gets you a 27% increase in Warships efficiency. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm Zedmot. Peace.